My name is Joseph Jegede, and I find it a great privilege to share some thought with you today on the topic, which is titled Empowering MACSANS for the Future, Bridging the Gap from Campus to Career. I would have loved to be with you in person to share these thoughts, but the notice period was quite short, so I will just record this presentation. So when we think of this topic, empowering MACSANS and also building a stable progression between campus and career, first we need to understand what is career. Because if we don't understand what career means, we might be limited to the scope, which is what we're focusing on. I've been asked to speak from the broadcast perspective, but regardless of this line of conversation, there's something that we need to understand. What is career? Career simply means an occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life with opportunities for progress. I'll go again. Career means an occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life and with opportunities for progress. This means that though we are limiting the scope of our conversation to the broadcast field or to media in general, your career can change. You can change careers in one lifetime. You can decide to go into something else entirely different from what we're studying in school here at the University of Benin. I remember then during my time in Ekenwan Campus, one of our professors would say only 10% of persons that studied the course, that's media, that will eventually work with it. And this is not just his own statistic. It's a global statistics that says that it's not just about having the knowledge or studying in that college degree, but there's chances that you might not work with it. So I want you to have a very broad scope of what career means. So when we are talking about career, we're not just saying, oh, you must do media related stuff, you must be engrossed, you must become a journalist, you must become a digital person and all of that. You can decide to take a different and entirely vast scope. It is very important we establish that point, so that some of us, we are still trying to find our foot. Nothing moves us, with some of the courses we have, the branches of mass comm, from print to broadcast to cinematography and all of that. Nothing really moves us. So that's why we need to know at the back of our mind that we have the whole world at our feet. A college degree and a mass comm degree gives you that opportunity to be able to do all you can be. So bringing it back home to media, to broadcast and all of that. Sorry to also add, regarding the previous thought, that I've met some of my classmates that we finished here. Some of them are into fashion, some of them are in banking, and they're doing well. They didn't eventually do mass comm or mass comm related career. They didn't choose a mass comm related career, but they're doing fine. So what am I saying? I'm not saying that the opportunities would not be there, but if you decide, oh, I want to go on a different path, it is very welcome, but you need to be prepared. You need to be extremely prepared, and that is what will lead into some of the steps, some of the things I will be saying next, which is how do you build a career right from campus? How do you build your career right from campus? Because we don't need to wait till when we get to the career place, that's the 9 to 5, a physical building, and say, oh, we are resuming job, the labor market, the workforce. We don't need to wait till then. For someone like me and so many of my friends that are doing what we're doing now, we started while we are still in Ekenwan Campus. We didn't wait until when we finished. So some of us, most of what we're doing today, we started as far back in campus. So it also had to your work and years of experience. But the first thing I would say is, for you to build a successful career right from campus, is understanding the value chain. Understand the value chain. That's one point there. I'm going to list out about 5-6 points, but that is the first point. Understand the value chain. What do you want to do? You need to say, okay, I have decided that I want to be in this particular field. I've decided that I want to be in this focused industry. I want to be in broadcast. I want to be in print. You need to spend a lot of time and say, okay, I want to know what is happening. What does a value chain mean? It means understanding the process from start to finish. If you're going to cook a meal, what is the process? What is the first thing? You need to have a pot. You need to have water in. So that is the same kind of rudiment you must take now that you're on campus. And that is what most of our courses are like. Introduction to this, introduction to that, introduction to this. They're exposing you to seeing that this actually started from here. You can't just see a newspaper house. You can't just see a broadcast house. Something happened in the drawing board. There's a beginning stage. So I want you to spend so much of your time to study whatever the thing is, because this is the time you have to study. That means now that you're on campus, this is the time you have to study. This is the time you can spend to understand it. So if you say you want to be a presenter, a television presenter, okay, what does it look like in 2025 or 2024 to be a television presenter? How do I get all of these things put together? How do I make sure that I have contact? I know what is demanded of me. So it is extremely important that you spend so much of your time on that thing you want to become. And it might not be clear. So that's why I reminded you of that definition of career. Your career can switch. You can switch careers. But at least for now, to avoid confusion, say, okay, I'm going to spend so and so months, so and so years on this particular thing. I want to understand it. I want to fully grasp it. I want to consume everything I can find online, in the library, on this thing. You can't run without understanding. The value chain makes you understand your why. Why do I want to do this? It is in the process of studying, understanding the value chain, and you can take more time to check. You can say, okay, what is the process? What is the process of becoming this, becoming a journalist, becoming a video journalist, becoming a broadcast journalist? This is the time. And there's this website, ribera.com. It will make you be able to put in the career path you want to be, and then you can slot it in. So you can check it out on Google. Ribera. It's an AI platform that guides on career. It's a place to start when it comes to value chain. Secondly, another point is your internship. Your internship is your launch pad to your career. Yes, for some of you that will be listening, you're already in 400 level, you're done with internship. There's something for you. But if you have not gone for your internship, or some of you are currently doing your internship, it is your launch pad to that career path. It is that place where you are exposed to the world. Everything you have been taught from 100 level down to the 300 level first semester would be requested of you during that internship. People want to see what you're built of. In internship is where you meet trusted people that can vouch for you. It's an internship that you meet people that can say, oh, I know him. It's Joseph. He did this and did it. He did that. I can remember when I resumed my first job at the BBC, I interned with TVC News. And on my first day of resuming at the BBC office, those people I interned under in TVC were already bosses in BBC News. That's BBC Africa. And they welcomed me. Other people were like, who is this new person? Who is this new person that just came? And everybody is just greeting him. But it was built about five years ago, before the first day of resumption. And the media industry in Nigeria, it's very clustered. That means it's connected. If you bring 10, 15 journalists together, there is an obvious reason why one of them or two of them would know each other. They might have never met each other, but because you post your work out there and all of that. So this is a time to build. And some of us, we are looking for an internship that will not stretch us. And some of us just want to do it somewhere around, let me not stress myself. No, you need to go out there. You need to put yourself out there. That is what makes you unique. You need to learn the skill, the photography skill. You need to learn all those things while you're on the internship. I remember then at TVC News, I used to sometimes stay over at the office just to learn how to edit videos. I was more of the writing person, doing print and all of that. Then the internship came up. And I found myself at TVC News then, and I was like, okay, let me learn this technical part of journalism, not just the writing. And that was how the internship exposed me to it. And it will not be easy. So don't expect that people will just say, oh, because you're coming from so and so university, come and take the floor. No, it's an internship. It's meant for you to learn. It's meant for you to observe. Most of your learning will be done by observational learning. So please try as much as possible to learn. You don't need to wait until somebody say, okay, I'm ready to teach you. Learn, study, follow them up, reach out to them respectfully, not from a place of haughtiness, not from a place of, oh, in our school, this is how we used to write news. This is how they used to write news. Oh, you didn't use the inverted pyramid. Oh, you didn't use the 5 W's and H. That is not the time. The time is for you to learn and look at what is in vogue. What is that thing that people are now using on the internet? So that is one thing about internship. Then another point I want to raise is building relationship. First one is understanding the value chain. Number two is stretching out on your internship, going out for the best internship. Then the third one I'm talking about is building relationship. Yes, for some of you that have finished your internship, if you have those contacts, keep them very well. For some of you that you are doing your internship, this is a time to build relationship. And what we are looking at is in terms of professional relationship, getting contact and knowing that, okay, I have so and so contact, but contact is not enough. What can they say of you? Can there be your reference point when you're looking for a job, or when you're about to go for a scholarship, or you're going to a fellowship? They can say, okay, I know so and so person that works in so and so organization, and it can write for me. If they send me an email, you need to have a relationship with people. You know, sometimes we think of connection, networking, and all of that as something that it is hard to get. Yes, it might be hard to get. It's not that hard to get if you start from a professional point of view. I just want to work. I just want to be involved. I just want to volunteer. Doing your internship, volunteering helps you build good relationship. When everybody is saying, no, I can't do it, you stick out your neck and say, oh, I will try. Even if I don't know how to do it, I'll try my best to do it. You need to build those kind of relationship. It's not just to have contacts. I remember during my time here on campus, I used to have a friend of ours that had so many celebrities' phone number on his phone. Every kind of celebrity you can think of. But you can't call them because they don't know him. But he happens to maybe work for an ad agency that had those numbers, so he got them there and all of that. Having contact is not enough. That you have the contact of the MD of doing your internship is not enough. You have the contact of a very popular journalist or presenter. It's the relationship that stands you out. What do they know about you? When they come across your name, what is that thing that strikes them? That is relationship. You build relationship. You follow up on them. If you're done with your internship, or you follow up on them, check up on them. Except, like I said, if you're not planning a career after school in that particular field. If you are, then it's not too bad to have, because you are going to come to those rooms they are currently occupying. That is it. You are the next generation. So it means that there's nothing wrong with having the phone number of the person that is leaving, because they are leaving for you. Because by the time you started your career is blossoming, they would be relegated. In quote, when that was on a lighter note, what I mean is that the baton is going to be handed to you depending on how well you have built yourself now. Then the fourth point is continuous upskilling, learning and learning and learning. The way tech is, that is how the media is. Tech is under the media, or media is under tech. There is a very interwoven relationship. What does that mean? It means things are happening as fast as possible. As fast as possible. AI is out, yes. With AI, I think I've done maybe up to 5-6 courses on just understanding AI and journalism, AI and the media. You know, somebody said it is not the AI that will take the job of media workers. It is somebody that knows how to use AI that will take the job of other media workers. I will go again. It is not AI that will take the job of media workers. It is a media worker that knows how to use AI that will take the job of other media workers. What does that mean? It means skill. Whatever is happening, yes, you have been taught all of these things, cinematography, voice and speech, all of those are just rudiments. They are just to kickstart you. For you to make sure your heart keeps going, you need to keep fueling it. So what you're doing currently in school is just to kickstart it. It's just to open you up. It's just to make you understand there is a path, there is a road in this place. Then you are going to make sure that it keeps refueling, refueling and say, okay, I want to try my best to understand this thing, that thing, and all of that. So it is very, very important that you continuously upskill. So please, it's a time to upskill, and also, I'm a person of faith, so I will not stop talking about faith and purpose. That's the fifth point. It is very important. You need to be a person of faith and purpose. Use a lot of value system in you, knowing that there's consequence, knowing that you have integrity, knowing that you have discipline. Being a person of faith and being a person driven by purpose, it's very essential. Even more essential than the other 4 points I've listed earlier. Why is that? Because it is what shapes these other 4 points. That you have a goal, that you have a discipline, that you have a routine, that you want to make progress, that you have a self-will, you have a faith-based will, and say, I want to achieve this, and the word is your stage. But I've not taken so much of your time, but I will just say to you, you are the future. You are the future. You are the one that the world is waiting for. I really appreciate your time for listening, and I know that you will find your path. And I am very sure that just like I'm standing here or I'm sharing this, you have better stories to share. Not just because you want to show off, but because they are real stories. They are stories that the world cannot deny. The world is waiting for you.